So we finally have what looks to be the full picture of what Amazon's Luna's pricing model is going to look. We also have a full list of games so far that they are going to be rolling out. But folks, I have to say that some of this information here I am not excited about when it comes to Luna, and I have some genuine concerns. With that, I want to hear your thoughts below in today's video to see if you share those same feelings with me. Subscribe for this channel for future Luna coverage, as well as smash that like button to find more cloud gamers out there. But it's not all negative, and there is some cool stuff. Let's start this video with the games list and then talk about how this service is going to work. Right off the bat, I counted about 60 games or so on the current list here for Luna Plus, and the price for this subscription will be $5.99, with the expectations of this game list that you see here being increased to 100 games once the invite-only early access period is over. So more games will be added to Luna Plus itself. But according to Ars Technica websites and the interview they had, we start with some of our concerns of the service, where apparently after that introductory prices may change in the future, and that's completely fine. The issue here though is that it says the game selection may start rotating through a selection of available titles, meaning that it's possible that your library won't just continue to get bigger, kind of like Stadia Pro, but that they are going to be rotating games in and out of the service, which is one of my hugest knocks against xCloud, and to see it here on Luna is a bit of a bummer. Keep in mind though that nothing here so far is actually set in stone and concrete, and it doesn't say if this quote was from Luna's head of engineering or Luna's director of product, but it was from one of the two. They were also asked if games would be purchasable, kind of like the current Google Stadia model, to which they replied that there was currently no plans to offer a Stadia-style a la carte game purchases on Luna. All games will be available through the various subscription channels. Once again, this is kind of another negative, considering games might be rotating in and out. If they weren't, I wouldn't have an issue with this. Obviously, I'm going to have more on this in a bit, but if you're unfamiliar of how Luna's model is going to work, it's essentially like a TV cable package, or currently like Amazon's Prime Video, where you choose a package of what you want that has the games you're interested in. For example, if you guys want to play the newest Ubisoft titles like Assassin's Creed Valhalla or Far Cry 6, you would do it with a monthly price of whatever that ends up being by subscribing to the Ubisoft channel specifically, where then you would have access to those games. You won't have to buy it outright like other platforms, and you'll be playing a brand new $60 game for a low monthly subscription. But the downside here is obviously you don't own it, and it could leave at some point, thus losing your saves and progress. Now, I wouldn't worry about that scenario, as I don't think it would happen, and even if it did happen, it probably wouldn't happen for a very, very long time. But this is just my speculation and guess, and it really could change, and it could leave at any point. It's something that you guys should keep in mind. So Luna Plus will have more random indie titles as well, random titles like Capcom's Resident Evil 7. So if you were interested in that package, you would purchase $5.99 for that one, and it's just going to have an assortment of different types of games. If you're interested in the Ubisoft channel, you'll pay for that channel subscription. So let's say there's also an EA channel, you would then pay once again more money for that, on top of paying for the Ubisoft if you have that one, or the Luna Plus. So the price of Luna will continue to increase, dependent on what games you guys are most interested in. Once again, you're subscribing to a package of games, like you do for Amazon's Prime, with HBO or Cinemax. Essentially, this business model is running in much the same way a TV cable package would. This obviously has its ups and downs, which I've already stated. You can subscribe for the newest games, play them, beat them, and then cancel right before your next payment is up. Of course, we don't know what the price will be for Ubisoft, but if it's like Uplay Plus, it could be around $14.99. My guess is though it's probably going to be around somewhere between $4.99 to $14.99 is the expected price. And maybe in that case, if they are bringing the newest titles like they have announced that they will, I would expect to see the price be on the higher end, potentially making Luna Plus with just Luna Plus and Ubisoft as high as $20 a month. So it has the potential to really be pretty pricey here, guys, but still cheaper than outright buying these games on Steam or Stadia or your latest console. Obviously, the negatives are you will never own your games, so you won't own those saves if they leave the service, and I was pretty disappointed to see that they could be rotating games in and out and leaving way too many question marks on the service itself, and having, in my opinion, a missed opportunity for people to use Luna as their one dedicated one-stop shop service for all of their gaming. Overall, my thoughts on all this leave me a bit less enthusiastic than I was these past few days, because I was hoping for that full fusion of xCloud's model with Stadia's purchasable model mixed into this beautiful giant thing. And it's possible things change here in the future, and that is exactly what this will morph into. But I feel this is a bit of a missed opportunity to really encompass all the cloud gamers under one roof. Now we really are in this weird case of every single cloud gaming service out there doing all sorts of different pricing models and tackling this all in different ways, which makes this battle between all of them just that much more interesting. With that, this video isn't a complete knock on the pricing model. Actually, I think what Luna's doing here is going to be the most appealing pricing model out of all the current services, with the exception of an argument to be made for xCloud. You will be getting a lot of games. You'll be getting them up front, and you'll be doing it, and you'll be getting it for a low price with Luna Plus, dependent on what you're interested in. At that point, then you can pick and choose which packages you want. But if you're a fan of multiple publishers who will have their own channels, Luna then, in my opinion, it might end up being just too pricey. Once again, we don't know what the channel's pricings will look like outside of Luna Plus. With that, let me know your thoughts on the Luna pricing model. Are you guys excited or disappointed? Are you guys hyped, or do you guys think this pricing model will be sustainable? Let me know what you guys think. Like always, make sure you guys are subscribed for future Luna videos. I'll be doing Luna content, gameplay, and a review. Also hit that like button. I'm Sunny, and I'll see you guys in the cloud.